Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 87. We are in front of 6,162 people here at the Star of the Desert Arena in Nevada. The pyros for NXT go off as the Elite's theme hits and Kenny Omega, along with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, show up on the entrance ramp with a huge flag that reads The Elite. The trio make their way towards the ring as three local jobbers are standing in the ring awaiting the Elite. As the Elite continues down the ramp, they poke and prod the fans, telling them to suck it as they hit the ring and wait for the bound of the sound. All fighting who gets to start the match. So, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, and the Elite, a.k.a. the Bucks and Kenny Omega, 85 B+, a fantastic start to NXT this week. Reminder, they'll be in the match against House NXT to see who actually gets to stay and who has to leave here in NXT. Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, both were, looks like Kenny was great going off script. Matt Jackson was not that great. Angle got the crowd hot. Nick Jackson was good. We've advanced and gained heat. Matt Jackson is improving his performance skills. But so yeah, they're going to see who starts the match against these three local jobbers, and do not expect this to be much of anything other than a really, really quick bout. And in the opening bout, the Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson defeated Adam Thornstone, Jay Freddy, and Marion Fontaine in 6:44 when Nick Jackson defeated Jay Freddy by pinfall with the 450 splash. Color commentary gave it a boost. Nick shown, that's great. Matt Jackson shown, that's also great. Kenny looked great. 16, 19, 21, but 80 plus. 88, 87, 88, wow, for the Bucks and Kenny. Absolutely freaking amazing ratings for 58 C-. The Elite taking out three jobbers. After having destroyed the three jobbers, the Elite stands in the ring and has a microphone handed to Kenny Omega. Omega says in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks, the Elite is going to rid all of you fans in the NXT universe of those prissy goody-goodies House NXT, Sami Zayn, and DIY. We're going to raise prices at our merch tables or change to take more photos. No, this will be pro bono, free of charge, all gifts to you. The fans boo. 2 weeks, Sammy. 2 weeks, Johnny. 2 weeks, Tommaso. Get your affairs in order. Kenny drops the mic as the Elite exits the ring, walks up the stage, and gets ready for whatever comes next. So the Elite and House NXT is really pushing strong. Brooklyn 4, we're about 2.5 weeks away. One of these trios are going to be gone from NXT. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Elite or is it going to be House NXT? Either way, it's going to weaken our roster, but I am up for the challenge. 87 B+. This angle got the crowd hotter, and the Young Bucks again looked amazing. 87 B+. Tom Phillips now welcomes us to the show and says that their segment was hijacked by the Elite, who in 2.5 weeks will take on House NXT at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, and the winner facing Kenny Omega versus Sami Zayn to determine which team must leave NXT. Steve Corino goes on to add that the Elite look in rare form and that a super kick party could be on the horizon come Brooklyn. The camera fades out, moving up towards the back. 70 C+. All right. And about that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks defeat the Iconic Duo in 7:50 when Becky defeats Peyton Royce by pinfall with a hard knocks. Obviously, Becky won the 10-woman over-the-top rope battle royal last week to be facing Ruby Riott for the Intercontinental Championship, the women's IC title that is, at Brooklyn 4. So we're getting Becky warmed up here, and defeating Billie Kay of the Iconic Duo is a nice way to do it. Becky and Sasha have no chemistry. That's unfortunate. We gave the crowd a breather. The Iconic Duo way out wrestled Becky and Sasha, but I'm guessing that's due to their chemistry. No skill improvements at all. 71 C+. A hype video now shown for later tonight as Cedric Alexander, Ani Lorcan, and TJP will have a triple threat Mega 12 Junior showcase match as the final day of the regular season standings are next week, and after that, the finale. So, Cedric Alexander enjoyed going off script. Well, that's great. 77 B+, and this just in, we are having an amazing show. So we'll see what we're going to get as we continue. But this is a really hot show, and I'm very excited considering we're heading towards Brooklyn 4. All right. And a decent match now. Andrade Cien almost defeated Mark Andrews in 12 minutes with the split-legged corkscrew senton. I'm a little disappointed at the 58 C- rating. I thought it would have been better, but that's okay. Vega did good work at ringside. Commentary improved the match. Andrews with a 35, almost with a 65. All right, well, no skill improvements. I really thought this would have got a better rating, giving Almas as my most talented in-ring worker, him and Sammy. Oh, Apparently, I accidentally booked a brawling match. There you go. That's my fault. So that explains the rating. That's a little bit of a bummer. Maybe I'll do a rematch next week. After having won the match, Andrade Cien almost stands in the middle of the ring with Zelina Vega, hands draped across his chest. Vega with a microphone reminds the NXT Universe and Adam Cole mockingly does the "Bebe" chant that in 2 weeks you're going to have to go one-on-one with Andrade Cien Almas, the new Almas. His brother Messias held him down while he was the NXT Heavyweight Champion, and now I have been tasked with the singular vision of bringing him back to prominence. That first step lays at your feet, Adam. It lays at your feet. So the duo of Vega and Almas came off great here. And again, I think I'm going to book a rematch because, yeah, I just didn't mean to give them a Raw-based match. They're very similar in ratings, and I was really looking forward to see what this match was going to deliver. But that's unfortunate. All right, 60-60 plus. The camera now finds Adam Cole in the back with Liv Morgan. Cole looking on very seriously. As he turns, Kathy Kelly walks up and asks him what he thought about Zelina Vega just said. Excuse me, guys. Adam Cole looks at her, then to Liv Morgan, and reminds the fans why Mr. Regal brought him in. He brought him in because he has a supreme talent. He brought him in because he knew he was capable of greatness, and that's what Mr. Regal wants, greatness. Adam Cole grabs his girlfriend Liv Morgan's hand and begins to walk away, but Liv Morgan stops and looks at Adam lovingly before telling Kathy, and he's Adam Cole, baby. So, yeah, Kathy Kelly continues to shine like a real star. I'm wondering if Kathy Kelly could transition to a managerial role, maybe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you think that's a good idea. Maybe, because we have Charlie Caruso as well at NXT UK who we could bring up for backstage segments and such, but I don't know if I can bring it up here. I guess not. Kathy Kelly, though, she's freaking crazy over, or I don't know if she's crazy over, but she has crazy good star power, I believe, for whatever reason. I'll do a State of the Universe after Brooklyn 4. But, yeah, so Kathy Kelly continuing to shine. Maybe she could work as a manager. 63C. Next up, in a decent match, TJP defeated Cedric Alexander and Oni Lorcan in 13 minutes when TJP defeated Oni Lorcan by submission with the figure 4 deathlock. TJP was off his game, but this match got the crowd buzzing nonetheless. He had a 61 to TJP, 55 for Alexander and Lorcan. No skill improvements. That's okay. 61 for these trio of juniors. All right, next we see Bayley walk into the ring. She's in action against Mandy Rose next. But first, we close in on House NXT as Sami Zayn is in the back with DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. The three are talking about themselves and all agree that while they are confident, what if this is the end of NXT and our times in NXT? Ciampa says we can't think like that he and Johnny have been preparing for the 30-minute Iron Man match with the Young Bucks, and he knows how hard he's been preparing for Kenny. Johnny agrees and says not to think like this. Sami agrees but says it's just been on his mind and he likes to be prepared and have all of his bases covered. Whatever happens though, House NXT will always have a lasting impact on NXT regardless. They all agree and aren't as sad as it used to seem, but they are preparing for whatever comes next. In 2.5 weeks, NXT will be changed forever. So this is kind of a dichotomy of, House NXT being a little unsure of themselves while the Elite is being over brash and cocky. So the heels being super, super over and cocky. The face is a little more tepid. 84B+. No scale improvements. All right. In an extremely short match, Bayley defeats Mandy Rose in 3:51 by pinfall with the hugplex, the Bayley to belly. Bayley with an 86, Rose with a 60. No skill improvements. We'll keep moving on because this was just about Bayley getting a quick victory. And then after that, after having defeated Mandy Rose, Bayley goes on to celebrate and her hand is raised and is handed her NXT Women's World Championship. But from behind is knocked down by Asuka and the Manifest Destiny with Pete Dunne as the fans start to boo loudly. Asuka goes straight into the Asuka lock and the bell sounds right away calling for the backstage officials and road agents to come down and help the NXT Women's World Champion Bayley from out of the grasp of Asuka. The fans boo as Asuka refuses to let go when the officials and road agents try to pull her off, which simply causes Pete Dunne to lean in the corner and laugh. Eventually Asuka lets go, but the damage is definitely done, folks. Bayley is out on the mat, rolling and grabbing her shoulder in pain. Asuka did what was needed, and that's take Bayley out. So yeah, Asuka basically comes out 2 weeks away from Brooklyn 4 and puts the Asuka lock on Bayley, severely injuring her shoulder. 61C. Asuka's getting better. We've advanced both our segments, which is great, but still no skill improvements. Bummer. Next, we see William Regal in the back talking to Bobby Roode, and Regal asks Bobby Roode who his partner will be when he takes on the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. These are supposed to be off screen. That's my bad. Bobby tells Regal that next week all will be revealed, and Regal says he hopes so because while he did grant him this match, he also promised Rachel and her Authors of Pain that they would have a week to prepare. Bobby says he knows and thanks Regal again and stops and tells Regal that let's just say we've teamed together before. This leaves the NXT universe wondering, who Whoo! Akam came across well. Performance of Razor was good. ADB, who will Bobby Roode's partner be for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 as he challenges the Authors of Pain for their championships? ADB+. Next week on NXT, though, it's going to be Roderick Strong teaming with Revival to take on the Elite to kick off NXT. So, Regal booked this match for the beginning of NXT next week. They've been so good. The Elite, that is. We're going to go ahead and book them another big match, before they possibly leave. 76B-. And just to show I'm not playing any favorites and I'm not trying to give any away who may or may not leave. Next week on NXT, it's going to be Roderick Strong teaming with Revival to take on the Elite. Just kidding, I forgot to change this, folks. It's going to be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa challenging Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, in the main event of NXT this week. 76B-. So yeah, the Usos will be taking on DIY in the main event. And in the main event this week, the El Ring Alliance of Akam, Razor, and Ruby Riott defeat Sanity of Alexander Wolf, Killian Day, and Nikki Cross in 1643 when Ruby Riott defeated Nikki Cross by pinfall with the Heidi Ho. 53 for Cross, 58 for Dane, 60 for Wolf, 59 for Riott, and then 80 as usual basically for the Authors of Pain. They pretty much held their own. 70C plus. Razor is improving, Wolf is improving as well. Technical, Rumble, and Technical respectively. I'm actually surprised that match delivered as high as well as it did. I'm hoping for a 80 here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. Probably like a 78. 76. Not really what I wanted, but I'll take it. This show increased our popularity, everyone, in 45 regions, and it was a pretty strong show. We'll have two more. We'll have the Day 11 Super Juniors, NXT, the finale for the Super Juniors, the Go Home show for NXT, and then Brooklyn 4. So it's coming up fast, guys. We got, out of the next 5 shows, we have 3 huge shows. So this was NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 87, NXT TV. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious rest of your day.